was one night, Mama said, serves him right. The devil can keep him warm. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is Abel. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble. Guess I always saw myself as a simple man. There's a man in the mirror I don't understand. Every day I fight it, but I know down deep it's the secrets I've been keeping, rising from their sleep. Now that you know me, do you still need me, or just half a man? Deep in the darkness, can you still see the light? Will you take me as I am? Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is Abel. One eye looks to heaven, and one eye looks for trouble. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is Abel. One eye looks to heaven, and one eye looks for trouble. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is Abel. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble.
Thank you.
That's a nice
Your buddy,
groove to it.
yeah, your buddy John Mike over there helping out on
Good to
guitar.
see you again,
Yes.
Michael.
All right, come on in and make yourself at home.
All right.
Cain's Blood, big hit for Forerunner. You're the guy who originated the song. Where'd you write the song?
It was 25 years ago.
Really?
Yep, I wrote it, and I was in jail.
You were in jail?
I was in.
So you're serious?
Well, that makes sense with the type of song it is.
But
Yeah, actually, well, I mean, I wasn't in prison. You know, I just, you know, I remember those days when drinking as much as you could was just the most fun thing you could ever do. And
And you did that.
yeah, I did that, and I wound up in jail a night or two, actually.
No,
and-
we want more details.
Well, all I can tell you, there are things written on the walls in jail that you don't, I mean, they're not for a good time call. You know, it doesn't say that kind of stuff.
More in-depth is maybe what you're getting at.
Scripture is what it is. I mean, you know, there's no atheists in foxholes, and it's the same in jail, really, because, I mean, it would say, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, you know, and I'm thinking, and that's written on the bunk, you know, and you're laying there going, and sure enough, there's that, there it is, and I'm starting to think, where do I fit in the midst of all this? You know, here I am, and I'm not home. I know that much. And so finally, I burst into song and went, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yeah, right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Actually not.
Yeah, that's going to be on your next album, isn't it? Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
kind of
But this, you've held on to this song for 25 years? Really?
Well, yeah, I recorded it on an acoustic album of mine a long time ago. And then my friend Jack Sundred and I wrote some verses to it here about 2 years ago, because I had the chorus back then.
Right.
then Forerunner cut it, and I was a happy boy.
Oh,
Okay.
they had it. Really, that helped launch their career. Well, just for the record, you're clean and sober these days, right?
Yeah, it's been 13 years now, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know who's got it.
13 long... No, I'm fine.
But you've done it. You've done it. Hey, this album is called Departure. And, all right, so where are you headed?
Well, that's right. It is in fact, a departure for me. I mean, I love country music, and I've been glad to be a part of it. And it is America's great art form, and so is jazz. And I just like lots of different kinds of music, and this is probably the record that I wanted to make all my life, because it's not, I don't know how to say it. It's not, it doesn't have the big bass part that takes up a third of the sound spectrum, and the big drums, and the background singers that come in with the ooh part and the second verse, and the, you know, the timpani and the rockets and everything.
It's not the ordinary, is what you're saying, maybe.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I guess so. It's a smaller, more intimate kind of thing.
Well, now, which brings
So
me to
it's
something.
acoustic, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, which brings me to something. Which I don't. Can we get a close up on? You can tell me which camera on the back of this album, or maybe you can see very well. The back of the album is basically just a guitar and the suitcase. And knowing you and seeing this shot, I thought, yeah, that's what Michael Johnson and his music is all about. A guy traveling around with a suitcase and a guitar.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. I thought you were going to say, what's in that suitcase? I don't know what's in that suitcase.
I just want to know where you were.
Actually, that is Sally, my wife's grandmother's suitcase. She came over with that suitcase.
Over from?
Over from, evidently, Cologne, or Cologne, as they say, because one of the stickers is from Cologne.
Well, I'll be darned.
And the CD on the inside is that sticker. So, I mean, you get to have, when you're working with an independent record company, you get to do stuff like that.
Well, you're getting noticed, because this album,
cool.
the Americana stations add albums. They don't necessarily add singles, they add albums.
Right,
And the
they
first
do,
week
yeah.
out, this was the third most added album, right?
So
And it's
we
the
hear.
first week out, so I'm...
Right, the Americana station. So,
boy.
so you're on your
Big
way.
deal.
And thanks for doing Cain's Blood. We'll get you back for a little more music a little bit later. How's that?
My pleasure.
You got it. Michael Johnson with us here. A little departure for him. Here again, Michael Johnson.
Back in 37, when she first walked down that strip, she was such a knockout, she could make your heart beat skip. Hiding from the winter, living in a pink hotel in Miami Beach. In Miami Beach. So she lived a long life underneath a pastel sky. She let the ocean bathe her and the trade winds blow her dry. The sun shone on her beauty till it faded clear away in Miami Beach. In Miami Beach. Now she sits all day in front of her hotel, as if waiting for somebody to arrive. Yes, and now the whole wide world has dwindled down to a single wicker chair on Ocean Drive. every day. They don't care to know her, but if they should ask, she'd say, I must be your future, 'cause you surely are my past.